Okay. Welcome back, everyone. We are going to play ourselves a game of 5 minute chess. And I want to take this opportunity to firstly thank all of you for being along with this journey on this channel for all these months. We've grown to over 100 subscribers, and the sky's the limit on how far we can get with this thing. And so, if you're here from the early days, props to you. You've got good taste. What can I say? You do. So that's the starting point. Just the typical sugar coating bullshit. Now I want to get into the real topic: Niemann versus Carlsen. Niemann versus Carlsen was an interesting chess game. Did you guys watch it? The speed chess championship thingy, 5 minute game, 3 minute games, 1 minute games. Really fascinating contest because, well, of course Carlsen won the game. That was to be expected. But Niemann did surprise Carlsen quite a lot, and I personally think that this is all part of a brilliant strategy. Yeah, believe it or not, that's what I think. And I don't care if Niemann wants to sue me, you can do it. But my cheating radar has checked off. It has. And of course, I can't say like the mechanism, the how, but there is a disturbing pattern of behavior. There is the familiar pattern of what's the word, psychopathic behavior that is common with all the cheater types. Um, there are a lot of red flags, and I find it hard to believe that someone of a caliber, even a high level caliber, would struggle to beat Carlsen 5 games in a row, but Niemann did, right at the end. There's not much news about this. There's not much press articles about this fact. Because, well, chess.com, I think chess.com knows that Niemann is up to no good, but they also know that they can't really prove it. So they've decided to adopt a strategy of pretending like he's this player and all that, but at the same time, they don't give him the spotlight. They're not going to post his winning games on the internet as rampantly. Might do a little bit here and there, but they're toning it down a lot for him, because I don't know, maybe they figure he's a faker, or maybe they're just being partial to their boy Carlsen, who's everyone's boy Carlsen. Okay, Carlsen is just simply the greatest, and the Niemann versus Carlsen matchup, that was proof of it. You know how to beat a computer. There is a lot to learn from it. But Niemann has tricks, and I think Carlsen figured out what his trick was. It was a real chess battle, I have to say. Um, Niemann's tricks for winning are that he needs to make his opponent blunder. Because if the opponent blunders, then, well, you can say that, hey, the guy blundered, so not my fault if he blunders. That's his cop out. Um, So Niemann likes to wait for the game to enter the time scramble phase, where the blunders are more likely to appear. And he capitalizes on that because however he's doing it, he is somehow able to do it even at rapid speed. So it's not something which requires a lot of communication and coordination. It's happening in real time speed. So it's phenomenal. However it is, it truly is phenomenal. And if you have a different opinion, that's totally fine. Totally fine. You can share your opinion if you like, but it doesn't affect me either which way. If it's pro Niemann, anti Niemann, of course, if you're anti Niemann, we can talk about it all day. I mean, there's no denying the fact that he's a bit of a repugnant character. At least we should all acknowledge that. But that in itself doesn't make one a cheater, and everyone knows that. There are other things which are suspicious. Niemann is basically an anomaly. Uh, Everything about his rise has been anomalous. He was a no-namer who just suddenly popped up. All these other guys, Nihal Sarin, Pragananda, Wei Yi, Abhimanyu Mishru, whatever, all these guys, they've been around. You've been hearing their names since the age-old days, and now they're competing. But Niemann is in the same league, even though he just came out from nowhere. And now he might claim that it's the system that is hiding him and not giving him a chance and all that crap. That's all, you know, he's pretending to be a conspiracy theorist, but he really isn't. He's just a bit of a mentally diseased type of individual for the most part. And now we're going to have to try to figure out a good way to defend this pawn here. Get this king out of the firing line and into the good graces here. I think this is a key square. You want to get in there. Finally, I think we're going to get in there, and that's going to start to lubricate the position a little bit. Then we can get our other knight here, put pressure over there. Things are starting to click. We're going back to the Niemann topic. He can't really take this. Everything is just about held on to itself, except for this pawn. Rook can take it. I don't know if he'll see it. He hasn't seen it yet, so odds are he won't. But you never know. I did see it. Okay. It's not the end of the world. We might have enough compensation anyway. Bit of a stretched up pawn. I'm not sure about it. Might have overpushed a bit. Okay, he's doing the whole recirculation act, really. Okay, we're gonna have to muscle through this pawn down the line. I think that's the only place where we have some majority. So we've got to make the play happen where we are strong. Because we are weak over here. We're weak on this side of the board. And okay, we got some pressure on this pawn here. And we can possibly curtail this knight from getting into the game. Okay, now we definitely continue on with the main plan. Okay, we're probably going to win this game on time anyway, but yeah. So we're gonna, oh, interesting. Let's check him. Attack another pawn, promote this idea further. Yeah, now let's just run through. All right, good game. Definitely no Niemann antics from me. But yeah, I'm happy to let you know my thoughts. And if you want to discuss this further, feel free to drop me a message. But Niemann is an anomaly in many ways. And I think Carson is kind of hinting at that. In his most recent interview, he said that Niemann has improved a lot in the last 2 years, like tremendously. And I think that's actually a bit of a backhanded compliment because he's actually pointing out that his rise is anomalous. It's not seen before in human history that a player would jump 200 rating points in 2 years from 2500 to 2700 plus. It doesn't really happen. And Niemann is no spring chicken. He's not like this young kid. I would understand if someone were in their teenage young years, but Niemann isn't. Uh, so there are a lot of question marks, a lot of unanswered questions, and frankly, a lot of red flags. So stay tuned, hold on to your hats. Niemann is playing the long game here. He delivered what would be the expected result, which is to lose, but still not lose like tremendously. He won a few games. So he's normalizing the idea that he can win a few games, though he really can't. No one can beat Carlsen 5 games in a row, and especially a determined Carlsen. So there are red flags, and there is interesting strategies from chess.com as well on how they're handling the situation, and also from Niemann. So chess is going to be interesting for some time to come still. Now in this game, what you see is that White got the edge here. White did get the edge, but couldn't quite convert it. Didn't take a shot. That was his chance to take a shot right here. He could have sacrificed a knight to develop double central pawn momentum, which would have just run riot and ambushed the game, aided and supported by this rook on the back rank. What a great move there to just defend things. Okay, maybe I should have done that. What happens after that? Rook slides in, and then okay, you just go for a draw. Maybe that's why I didn't do it, because I like to go for the win. I like to go for gold. All right. So White definitely has the edge here, but the game's not over. And now I believe this was the right strategy to expand where you're strong. So we made it difficult for him, and now he's trying to curtail our plans. But what he should be doing is continuing on with his plans, which, well, let's see what they look like. Something like this. Basically allowing black his play, but taking your own stand in the sun as well, and expecting that you'll manage it. Very difficult to play, obviously. Not easy for any human to see this. Now, at this point, of course, the game now changed flavors dramatically, and yeah, it just became a walk down the aisle. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that game, and stay tuned for more Niemann action. I think Carlsen versus Nakamura is expected to happen today. So enjoy the show. Catch you later.